Hi there, it's Colleen. I am a paparazzi independent consultant, and I am going to show you how to record other types of payments using PayPal invoicing. So in this quick video, I'm going to show you how to create an invoice using PayPal, but possibly your customer pays you in cash instead of an online payment with PayPal or a credit card or debit card. So I'm just going to show you real quick how you can record the payment if you've already sent them an invoice and they pay you in an alternate type of payment. So what I'm going to do is go to my PayPal. So I'm going to go to invoices. Now this actually is on a PayPal business account. So I'm going to show you real quick because it's a little bit different in how you find stuff. When you go to invoices, right in here, you're going to see a button that says create invoice. Sometimes if I've already got one unpaid invoice created as a test invoice for this video, but so it's got the choice of create or manage invoice. Most of the time you're just going to see a button that says create invoice right here. So you're going to create an invoice, and it's going to take you to your invoice screen. You're going to select your customer if you already have them in an address in your address book. If you don't, then you can add a new customer. So I'm just going to send this to myself. Okay, you see how I already popped up here because I've already created myself as a new customer. So you create your invoice. I'm just going to put test item, and I'm going to put $1. I'm not going to pay any shipping. Okay, so I am creating this invoice for my customer, and I'm going to send this to my customer in the thinking that they are going to pay by credit card or debit card. Usually, as with a PayPal invoice, that's what people pay with because it's all done online. But like I said, sometimes you send an invoice and they decide they're going to meet you and pick up your jewelry instead, or their jewelry instead of paying online. So maybe they want to pay in cash, or maybe I like to run everything through my PayPal, no matter what type of payment I get. I like to have record of the sale. So I'll create an invoice, and then I do have customers that pay by check. So when their check comes in, I have the invoice on here, and it shows what I've sold them. They have record of a receipt of what they've purchased, but they pay with a check instead. So they don't have that online payment that comes through automatically through PayPal and records it for you. So in that instance, okay, so I'll show you how to record that. So normally you would go ahead and just send this invoice. I'm actually going to back out of this just because I have one already done. So I just created this one just a few minutes ago. So here's my invoice that I've sent to my customer, and I received a check in the mail to pay for this invoice. She decided not to use her debit or credit card. She just wanted to pay by check. So I got the check, and what you do is you go here to the little arrow, and it will give you an option to record your payment. So here you have lots of options here. If somebody hasn't paid their invoice in a while and you need to remind them, you can send a reminder. If you need to edit it, if it's still unpaid, you can edit your invoice. If it's not, you cannot edit it. You can copy it. A lot of times I have text in the little notes box that I want on every invoice, so I just usually copy and change the email. So you can copy that. You can print your invoice. I do include one with every shipment that I mail so that they have a paper copy. You can save it as a PDF and email this to somebody if you wanted to. You can also share the link instead of it going to their email. So when I actually sent this invoice, it does go to their email. But somebody may message you and say, hey, my email's not working. Can you send me the invoice a different way? Where you can share the link and copy this and paste it into a messenger, like a Facebook Messenger, or you could type it into a text message or something like that, and then they will have a link to pay it that way. But for our purposes, we want to record payment. So you're going to click on here on record payment. You're going to put the payment amount. So she paid the full amount on this day. You change your date if you need to. And payment method here, whoops, darn it. You could do a bank transfer, cash, check, credit card, debit card, PayPal, or wire transfer. Now, if somebody were to pay me through PayPal Friends and Family, if they want to send it that way, I would record it as a PayPal payment. If they send me, obviously, a cash or check, I would do it this way. Credit card, debit card, they can usually do that on their own through the link that you give them. That's the whole purpose of sending invoices through PayPal. But if they are having trouble and they can't get it through to go through, you can take it a different way. Maybe you had to run it through Square or something. You could record it and close out your invoice by recording it as a credit card or debit card. I've never used a bank or a wire transfer for this, but it's an option. And then here you can record notes. I would suggest putting a note as a reminder. If you're like me, you can't remember anything after 5 minutes. So if I get a check from somebody, I put check number such and such, and then you record the payment, and that is it. You hit record payment. It shows it as paid, just like all these are, and you're pretty much done. Now, one thing that you cannot do if you record a payment, and actually let's just do this. Record payment. I'm going to do cash. So if you, okay, here it is, paid. Now I'm going to show you this invoice here. So on this particular one, you can see when I click into it and it shows that they've paid it, you can ship or do a print shipping label right from this invoice, okay? Because they've paid by PayPal, through PayPal. And it was an automatic payment. They ran their debit or credit card, and it recorded it automatically from PayPal. Okay, so that is going to allow you to print a shipping label right here. You don't have to go to the post office. You can print it from home. You can pay for it from home, and it'll come right out of your PayPal. Okay, really, really super easy and simple. And I do have videos on how to do that. So check out my YouTube channel for that. But let me show you this one. So the invoice that I paid with cash, that I recorded payment, does not allow you to print a label. Okay? So you cannot print a shipping label from an invoice that has been paid by an alternate payment method. Okay? Not through here anyway, and I will show you how you can do that. But it does not generate that print shipping label button right there. Okay, so just be aware of that. Ultimately you would want them to pay with a credit or debit card through the link or the email that you send for their invoice, if possible. If it's not possible and they want to do it a different way, that's fine, but be aware that you can't print your shipping label that way. However, you can print it by using PayPal's Ship Now feature. So what you want to do is go to www.paypal.com/shipnow. That is going to take you to a page here where you can enter a person's shipping address, name and shipping address, and you can ship right to that. And then after that's done, it's going to give you the option, which I can't actually show you because it doesn't have a way to close this. But you can see back here where it's going to say, once I enter all this information, it's going to take you to the shipping label screen, and then you can create your shipping label from there like you would normally. So what this does is it allows you to ship to somebody a different way than through the invoice. Okay, and this can be used for anything, for anybody and anything. If you have a Christmas present that you want to ship to your nephew in Minnesota, you can put their information in here, weigh your box or your package, and pay for the shipping label and print it out right at home by using Ship Now. You don't have to go to the post office, and it doesn't have to be just your business stuff that you're using PayPal for, or done by an invoice. So you don't have to actually have an invoice generated in order to do a shipping label. Okay, so Ship Now is pretty cool because you can just ship just pretty much anything you want and pay for it at home. Okay, so I'm going to back out of that and back to my invoices. Now, say I want to, and you can see where it says cash right here, so you can see how I paid. I'm actually going to record refund. No, because this is a test. I don't want to do that. Okay, so I don't want to record refund any money. Okay, so that is pretty much it for how to record an alternate payment. You just go right in here, you select the record payment button, and that's it. Just put in the kind of payment that you received, and then it closes out that invoice so that it doesn't keep showing unpaid or pending. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you guys out a little bit and shows you how to do a different payment method versus just PayPal invoice payment through invoicing. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you find it helpful, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more helpful videos, and you will get notifications of when I upload more. All right, have a good night.